we're going to briefly explore the key reasons why directors should be using pensions as part of their planning and what you need to watch out for with allowances and carry forward. The annual allowance in the 2025 to 2026 tax year is £60,000. This is potentially reduced in two circumstances. One, if you're subject to the Money Purchase Annual Allowance, or the MPAA, then you'll have an annual allowance of £10,000. This is only triggered if you've taken money out of pensions in a certain way. Take advice before you contribute to make sure that you are not breaching those rules. You may also have a tapered annual allowance if your adjusted income is over £260,000. At this point, the annual allowance starts to taper down until ultimately, if you're earning £360,000 or more adjusted income, then your pension annual allowance will be £10,000. The standard annual allowance of £60,000 is also subject to a further condition. So if you are earning under £60,000, you cannot put personal pension contributions in of more than your earnings. So for example, if you were salaried at £30,000, you can't put £60,000 into a pension. You can only put a gross of £30,000. However, as a company director, even if you're only taking a small amount of salary from your business, you may well still be able to contribute £60,000 as long as that contribution is direct from the business, as long as your involvement in that business meets the rules that HMRC have set for receiving that full contribution. Important, again, to take advice and make sure that you're not exceeding your own allowances. On top of the annual allowance, you have the potential use of something called carry forward. Carry forward allowance allows you to bring forward up to 3 previous tax years worth of contributions if during those tax years you were a member of a registered pension scheme. You can bring forward whatever you haven't contributed, which could be £60,000 a year, it could be £30,000 a year, it just depends. You can bring that forward and you can make one supercharged contribution in a tax year if your business is allowing you, if you've made a suddenly large profit, for example. This can be really beneficial. So if you were carrying forward unused annual allowances from 3 previous tax years, plus using your current tax year's allowance, you could contribute up to £240,000 in one go. Get in touch with us at Integrity 365 and we'd be more than happy to have a chat with you and see if we can help.